Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you do not know who I am, my name is Emily. As you see in the title, I'm talking about my experience working at Victoria's Secret. Take notes if you need to if you're interested in working there. I hope you enjoy the video, so keep on watching. If you are already applying for Victoria's Secret, or you were thinking about working there, or you just recently quit, or you had thoughts about working there, this is the video for you because I'm going to break it down, my experiences of working there, stories, and why I quit. So if you are interested, stay tuned. How it all started was I was actually working at Aeropostale for about over a year. Actually a year exact, because I started like the day after my 1 year anniversary was working at Aeropostale, and I just wasn't really feeling it anymore. Like, I wasn't really getting paid that much, and I was starting to do a lot more things than my pay was giving me. So my work ethic started to kind of like deteriorate. I didn't really want to go in. I wasn't being as salesy like they wanted me to. I was just like getting tired of it, just because like I just was not making money. And you know, like when you start working for a job, you like really like it, and then when you start not making money, it's like this most depressing thing you have to go through, because it's like, why am I even here? I know I won't make money. I started looking on Indeed. I was looking around, and if you don't know what Indeed is, it's basically a website that will post jobs that are hiring, and then you can like apply, and you can even apply with like an Indeed resume. So it's really nice. They gave me a call. I told them I was available for an interview, so we ended up going. I went to the interview. I had all black on because you're supposed to wear all black to work, with like a pop of color. I don't know if it's changed or not, but I went in there. I was like, hi, my name is Emily. I'm here for an interview at this time. The manager took me out to the outside part of the mall where it wasn't in the store. We didn't go into the back. And she started asking me questions about why I wanted to work there. Just simple interview questions. There wasn't anything in depth. I will say, if you are needing to prepare for an interview with Victoria's Secret, I would say to be really bubbly and regular interview questions. And then also was like, if you were placed in this scenario, what would you do? So I would give off scenarios when I would work at Aeropostale, like dealing with customers, stuff like that, and also dealing with theft, because theft is a really big thing at Victoria's Secret, just because their bras and everything are so expensive, and we would deal with a lot of theft there. After that, the interview was complete, and I was like, okay, so where do we go from here? And she was like, well, I'm going to go over a few more applications, like they always say, and you will possibly receive a call back. I'm like, okay, cool. Didn't hear back for like 2 weeks. They call me and they leave a message. They're like, okay, we actually want to hire you. We want to bring you on our team, blah, blah, blah. That's like 2 weeks after, or almost a month. I forgot how long it was, but I knew it was like a really long time, to the point where I was like, forget this, and I started applying to other places. They had me wear all black. You couldn't wear any pop of color back then, but now I think you can. From the last time I worked there, your makeup has to be good and done. Your hair has to be done. I don't think you could have dangly jewelry, whatever. So basically you have to wear all black. So then I go to the back, they do my onboarding. I had to like watch a bunch of like videos of how to be like a bra specialist, on how to like give the person the perfect bra or the perfect experience. So I would watch a bunch of those videos, And every time you would like finish something every month, there would be like a gratis. So basically what a gratis is either free or discounted items that you would get that month that are brand new. And basically why they do that is because you can like give your testimony. So when a customer asks like, why is this bra the best bra that's out right now, we can give our experience as to why. So that's what I really like about it, because I have like Victoria's Secret t-shirts, I've had tank tops, I've had slides that were like only $4. Like I've had a bunch of stuff that was either free or highly discounted. Pay is pretty good, but you have to be down to work, because like anytime you try to call out or have to come in late, it's like frowned upon, because they like need people all the time. The pros of it, I would say, are pay and gratis. So keep that in mind. The cons, I would say, weigh out the pros, and that's a big reason why I quit. If you're a newbie and you're not like, haven't been working there for more than a year, you get treated like shit. I know at my location, I kind of got treated like shit. Like people were like super condescending with me, and like if I asked a question, it was like, I have to know that answer. So when I did ask it, it was like, you don't know that, or go check your VS University iPad thing. Like, stuff like that. You work long hours and you're expected to do a lot of stuff. So I say I would clock in at like 4, and I'm a 4 to 10 shift, which means the mall closes at 9 and then you close the store. You have like an hour to close the store, meaning you have to recover the store. You have to, you know, make sure things are tidy, or labels are on right, or counting the registers, everything like that. Everything that you're supposed to do with a retail job, with closing a store. But, like, those panty tables that are always looking nicely done, there's been times where I've had to stay till like 12 in the morning, almost 1 at the latest, just to fold some damn panties. Like, just for that panty table to get destroyed the next day. Like, I can understand tying it up a little bit to make it look like it's not been a wreck, but when people get their panties that are 7 for $27 or whatever it is, I haven't been there since I quit, but they destroy that table where it's just pointless to stay up so late to just fold some panties. It was super annoying, because it's like, forget having plans after 10 o'clock because you might still be folding panties. Like, the thing is the rules. But you can't like drink any liquids or eat food in front of a customer, which is, I guess I can understand that, but literally me drinking water, like, give me a break. You can't have your phone out, typical. It was just the way they wanted us to approach our customers just really rubbed me the wrong way. Like I was manipulating them. And don't even get me started with the angel cards, because we had to reach a quota, and if we didn't reach that quota monthly, we would be threatened to get fired. Like, I almost lost my job because I didn't sell enough credit cards. Like, it gets like that, and you guys are probably going to be like, Emily, come on now, this is like how most jobs are, just suck it up. But no, like, when you are threatened because you have to like literally manipulate somebody to purchase a credit card and ruin their credit, which I'm still paying mine off because they suckered me into buying one. It just puts a bad feeling in my stomach. If I'm gonna reach a quota, let it be in bra sales or something like that, how to push a product. But a credit card, like, that's going into territory about financial stuff that people don't really like talking about. And I just didn't feel right. Like, I can understand selling products, but a whole credit card, come on now. Those credit cards, we didn't even get money off of them. Like, sometimes if you sell something and you reach your quota, you get a bonus or something. I didn't get shit. I didn't get anything for that. All I got was a pat on the back. And I got Employee of the Month. So anyway, the story. So, where should I begin? Let's start with the videotaping. So, theft is very common at Victoria's Secret because, like I said, the bras are very expensive, the clothes, everything there is super expensive, and people can't afford that. And instead of just, you know, saving their money and just living with Walmart bras, they decide to steal. So every time we would close the store out, we have literally found like sensors being popped off throughout the dressing rooms and throughout the stores. You would find them in areas where like you can't really see a camera, or the camera is not in view of that direct area. Nowadays, they have people come in pretending they need help, but then they also have an extra person that's actually stealing. So when they're asking for help, their teammate is going to steal stuff to distract. So there's different ways that people try to, you know, steal. So I had this one girl come to the register, since I was on the register majority of the time working there, and she wanted to return a bunch of clothes. She wanted to return almost like $200 to $300 worth of clothes, and we're able to accept it without a receipt. It just, you can't get cash back, you only get it on a store credit. That's how it was then. I don't know if it's still like that. So I was like, hold on, let me get my manager. So I talked to my manager about it, and she was like, oh yeah, they've been in here before, plus we got a couple calls from another couple locations of these girls doing this. So I'm like over here like freaking out because I don't know what to do. I'm over here stalling, saying that like, I can't do this, you don't have the receipt. Then she proceeds to like cuss at me, and then she whips her phone out and starts recording me, and she's like, yeah, I'm recording you, blah blah blah. And I'm just over here, I really don't care, I just don't need you to cause a scene and treat me like I'm accusing you of something, because she started to like throw race into it. I'm like, no, you are straight up stealing, and I'm the last person you think is racist. The cop came, they got taken out. They're actually like banned from that store or mall altogether. I've had an altercation with a woman who's racist. If the store is dead, they will just have me in the room. So basically I'm taking care of the beauty area and I'm taking care of the register if it's dead. Well, it started to pick up, so I had my friend come and help me. She's an African American woman. So she's helping me out. There's a line of a black girl, white girl, black girl. I think I took the black girl, and then after the line died down, I was like, hey, you don't have to take over anymore. You can go bring coverage to whatever area you're in, because it's not good to like leave a room unattended. So she leaves, and she was like, ma'am, Emily will take you right after this lady. And she was talking to the white girl. So after she leaves, she was like, so why didn't she decide to take me? Is it because I'm white? And I'm like, no ma'am, she actually had to go bring coverage to another room. And she was like, well, I just find it very weird how she just leaves when there's obviously a line. And I'm like, ma'am, because I can take the rest of the line, she needs to coverage. So then we like go back and forth, and I can just tell she's clearly being racist and trying to be privileged, and I just, those type of people, I want to like spit in their face. And that's like the most disrespectful thing you could do to anybody. But if you're going to be disrespectful on that level, you deserve to be spit in your face, because like, my boyfriend's African American, so I like really take offense to that when someone's being like super disrespectful to somebody and being like over the top, unnecessary for no reason. Like basically just saying how my friend didn't take her and she had a problem with that, and she was just being problematic, let's just say that. So basically what happened is I was standing there for about 7 hours or so. I turned to my coworker and I'm like, I don't want to be here, I'm hot, because literally the manager was like, giving people water bottles and like giving people fans to fan themselves because it was that hot, and the lines were like out the door. So I just told her, I'm like, I don't want to be here because like I'm dying of heat. I have to still put a smile on because I'm talking to like multiple people, and I just wasn't feeling it. And like she gave me a hard time about that as a coworker, like, you're not the manager. Fast forward to a couple weeks later, I noticed that my name was not on the schedule as much. My days started decreasing, and I was a full-time employee even with working at Sephora. And they also didn't like that I worked at Sephora because it was a conflict of interest. I'm like, how? You guys are selling clothing. You guys used to sell beauty, but you don't now, so how is it a conflict of interest? I can't get a makeup palette at Victoria's Secret, and I can't get a bra at Sephora, so where's the conflict? So I go to my boss, I'm like, so why haven't I been on the schedule? She was like, you said you didn't want to be here, so I made that happen for you. I'm like, are you really kidding me? And I was like, I'm done then. I'll just go work at my other job, and it was the best decision I've ever made. My experience there kind of sucked, but also had its perks. And perks, I mean like materialistic perks. So if you plan to work at Victoria's Secret, you might have a better experience than me. I'm just giving you my experience as to what you should be aware of. Also, I kind of mentally checked out when I started working at Sephora because now makeup and hair is what I do for a living. So it all was in God's plan for me to work at Sephora, get into makeup, then get introduced to cosmetology school. Now I'm working in a salon making that bread. So it really like, it all happened for the best. But some people like working there because they have a love for fashion. They have a love for marketing, and they have a love for merchandising and things like that. So your experience may be a little bit better than my experience. So basically I quit because I found a new job that everyone liked me, and it was in the direction of the field I was going into later in life. I hope that helps you guys out, but if you guys like these videos, I can definitely talk about other stories from previous jobs that I don't plan on going back to. Some of them good, some of them bad, but I really enjoyed filming this because it made me remember like what I went through and how I like am so grateful that I work in a industry where I am constantly changing. I can do my hair whatever I want. I can be tatted, I can be pierced. I can do a lot of things in my industry, and I don't just have to be behind the chair. I can literally like work for a celebrity if I wanted to. If you liked this video, definitely subscribe for more content and turn your post notifications on so you are aware when I post my next video. Also, go ahead and like the video. It helps me out a lot. That way people will see it. I hope you guys stay tuned for the next video, and I will see you guys around. See ya.